Hey guys, how you doing today? I'm back here in the back of the property, and I figure since I always show you guys the front of the property, the part that I'm actually working on right now, I figure you guys probably wanted to see some of the other areas of the property that I don't film very often. So I'm back in here, just walking around, taking a look, breathing some fresh air and getting destroyed by the mosquitoes. So this is it. This is how the rest of the property pretty much looks like, all the way to the back end. As you can see, is a lot of pine trees. There's some other trees in here, but mainly pine trees, you know, and in all sizes. Like these are small ones, baby ones. Almost all of them are about this size right here, which is, I don't know, maybe 10 inches, 8 inches diameter. There's some bigger ones, but mainly the bulk of them are about this size. So I don't know, maybe they harvest the property before. Obviously before I owned it, and years ago they harvest the trees, and then these are the trees that grew in the place of the ones that got taken down. I'm just speculating. I'm not sure about that, but that is happens a lot around here. You know, properties, you know, they get the pines, you know, they grow to a certain size, and then they harvest them, and then they replant the property again for somebody else to harvest them. I don't know, 20-30 years down the road. So you can look at it in a few different ways. The way I look at it, I have basically a savings account right here. I got all these trees planted, and in the next 10 years, maybe I can harvest them and sell them and make that money. Who knows how much that's gonna be? But yeah. So this is it, guys. And it continues that way for a while. It's funny, you don't really know how much 10 acres are until you really walk them. For a single guy, for one guy with basic tools, it's a lot of land. It's massive. For a family, more than enough to build whatever you want to build in here. But it's just peaceful. Besides these mosquitoes, but besides the mosquitoes, it's pretty peaceful out here. Pretty quiet. I thought I heard something walking through the woods earlier. Maybe deer. We are in the heart of hunting season, and they probably are running away. I don't hunt them here yet. So they're safe in here. Yeah, this is it. A bunch of pine trees and tons of land. I will show you guys what I worked on today out front, getting closer to where we want to be. I was thinking the area that I'm cleaning, I want to use it, you know, I'm planning to, like I said before, we're going to be putting the chicken coops in that area, and then the fruit trees in the area that has all the grass and whatnot, and then that other section that I'm cleaning, I want to work my way back this way a little bit, and that's where I'm planning on putting a little house, a tiny house, or something like that. And I'm thinking that I wanna probably make that an off-grid thing where my power, water, everything that I built, it's with that in mind, being off the grid, kind of like being able to not necessarily have it hooked up to the power grid. There's obviously no city water out here, so the water was going to be a well anyways. So, but the power, I think I'm going to get solar panels and a good battery bank, and use a lot of low voltage LED lighting and stuff like that. So I think that's going to be cool, just to keep it an off-grid building or whatever. So you never know, if something ever happens, we already off-grid out here. I already use Starlink in the house because the internet in town wasn't the greatest. Coming from Miami, it wasn't the greatest, you know, and I'm used to having you know, good internet. So had AT&T in Miami, it was blazing fast, and then I hooked up AT&T out here in town, and it wasn't not even a 1% of the one in Miami. So I end up getting Starlink, and that's been working really good. Now there's a company running fiber optics all through town, all through town. Even out here in the property, I've seen them running fiber optics in the roads out here. I mean, this is rural Georgia, so yeah, that's happening. So maybe what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook up the house eventually when they finish running those that fiber optics and whatnot. I'm gonna hook up the house to the fiber optics internet, and then I use the Starlink and I bring it out here. But yeah, Starlink works really good. So that will be also kind of like, it will go with that theme of like keeping it off the grid, you know, Starlink satellite internet. Elon Musk's baby, and it's I mean, I gotta admit, it's awesome. It has worked really good for us. So yeah, let me walk around a little bit here, just to check things out, make sure that everything is good back here, and then I'll show you guys what I did out front. So this is how we are looking so far. Remember that giant pile of stuff? No more. And now that answers the question about the Pioneers. You know, once I was burning that up, it came to me. The Pioneers probably didn't give a crap about using fire and burning, you know, 6 million acres as long as their farm was cleared up. So that's probably how they did it. And I'm out here, you know, being all conscious and whatnot about, you know, making sure that everything is safe. Little lizard running away from me. So I'm still working at this, because like I said before, those vines, they're horrible to deal with. But we're getting there. I mean, look up how much more space we got now. This is where all that whole brush was the video before, and now it's all gone. We're back at the trees. That's a pecan tree. That's another pecan tree back there. I don't know what kind of tree that is, but I think I'm gonna keep it just because it's big and it's shady. Probably for the chickens and whatnot, they probably appreciate it. I might keep these little ones in here too. I'm just gonna cut the limbs that are low to the ground, so you kinda be able to see under it. All that brush is gonna go away, and now we can walk all the way back there. That's the other section that we're cleaning. That's the shop truck out there. So I'm happy with the progress. I did good today. Lots of new space. This stuff is gonna go away. It's a little baby pine here. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know if leaving it or cutting it at that age. You know, at that size, it's a little rough to move it. At least for myself, I don't know how to do it. Well, I guess I know how to do it. I just don't know if I want to dig a giant hole in there to remove it and plant it somewhere else. That brings me to something that I told you guys the other day that I had in mind, that I thought that maybe I could start making some money with the farm the way it is. And that idea is to get the little pines and selling them, little itty bitty pines, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But yeah, I already planted. I took 2 from here and plant them in my house, in my front yard, because I guess my yard used to have a bunch of pine tree, and they got sick, and a lot of them die. So I just planted 2. I took 2 from here just as a test, and put them in my front yard, and they taking a hold. They're doing really well. So I figure I got, let's see if I can show you guys. I got hundreds, if not thousands, of baby pines like that everywhere. Let me see if I can. There you go. There's one there, another one there. I mean, they're all over the property, and I've been cleaning, and I've been trying to be careful to not kill the baby ones, because I'm gonna take them and put them in pots, which I have. I bought like 100 of them, and I'm gonna take them from the ground and put them in pots, and then I'm gonna start collecting them out here somewhere, and you know, and let them grow. You know, I mean, once they get a little bigger, I move them to a bigger pot, and so on and so forth. I've seen Lowe's and places like that selling them, I don't know, about 3 feet, 4 feet tall, and they sell them for I believe it's like $30 or something like that. I can't remember exactly how much they're selling it, but I mean, they're here, they're everywhere. I mean, thousands, and I probably caught hundreds of them cleaning. I mean, I've been trying to be careful not to cut them because I want to do that, but there's basically just money sitting on the ground here everywhere. And the little ones like that, I mean, you could see when I show you back there, once the pine, they start growing, they get so close together that nothing grows on the bottom. The little ones, they don't take a hold. So the little ones grow out here on the perimeter of the woods. I've noticed, I don't see many of them, or any of them, little ones like that, out there where the big pines are, and it's really shady and whatnot. I see them out here, like I said, towards the edge of the woods. So yeah, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start taking them, putting them in pots, and then moving them as they grow, moving them in a bigger pot and whatnot. And when they're like 4 or 5 feet tall, I'll sell them. Unless somebody want to buy them little like that, I'll sell them little like that. But I figure the bigger they are, the more they're worth. So that's one money making idea that I have out of the property. The next one is and that one is more, there's more than the little pines themselves, and it's this right here. Pine straw. Out here they use pine straw for landscaping by the tons. I mean, millions of pounds of pine straw, I'm sure. And that stuff is like you saw back there. I don't know if you noticed on the floor back there, where all the big pines are and whatnot. But this is only just pine straw on the floor, on the ground. So I'm gonna start. Well, once I get the everything clean, because right now this stuff out here, like this pine straw out here, is kind of like dirty with the leaves and pieces of branches and all kinds of stuff that are on the ground with the pine straw. But once I get all this stuff clean, especially back there, I'm gonna get rid of everything that is not pine back there, and then I'm gonna clear the pine straw that is already on the ground, kind of like clean it and rake it, and get rid of the stuff that is there already. And then and once it starts falling again, the new stuff that starts falling again, then I'm gonna start making bales of pine straw and selling it. That stuff sells for about $6 a bale down this way. So I figure if I can make $3 a bale, I got probably thousands of bales of pine straw back there. It's labor intensive, but it's money that is just sitting on the ground that I can harvest, and I can use it to build. Maybe I can put it away, and when I have enough, I can build a well with it, or a septic tank, or I don't know, whatever. The tiny house. Maybe I can use that money to and start putting it towards that. So the plan here is to try to make this place pay for itself, and then eventually, hopefully, I don't have to. Eventually, hopefully, all of our income comes from here. That's probably years down the road. But for now, those two items, the little baby pines and the pine straw, are the two items that I can start selling right now. And eventually, obviously we're gonna have the eggs, vegetables and fruits and stuff like that we can take to farmers markets and whatnot and sell them, and then and we'll have the meat for ourselves. Not sure what will it take for a regular nobody farmer boy to sell the meat, but I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of hoops to go through to be able to sell the meat. But we'll try it. I mean, once we have the pigs and the chickens, the meat chickens and whatnot, I mean, we'll see what it takes. I mean, I'm sure it's not impossible. So we'll try to sell the meat. But I know sometimes selling meat out of like an independent farm, small guy, is pretty hard, because they'll probably want me to build a 10,000 square foot facility to process the meat and this and that. So I don't know how that goes. I'm just speculating. I really haven't looked into it. I don't even have a chicken yet or a pig, so I'm not really worrying about that right now. I'm just worrying about getting this place cleared and I can start building the pig pens and the chicken coops and the place for us to stay, the water well. I got plenty to do before I even concern myself with like trying to sell the meat. But the little baby pines, the pine straw and whatnot, that stuff I want to see if I can start selling as soon as possible. So yeah, that's it, guys. Little by little. And I think maybe some of you guys probably have questions about what the hell is that giant hole in the ground. And I will explain that to you guys, but not today. That's something for a different video. So make sure that you guys are subscribed so you don't miss that episode where I explain what that giant hole in the ground is. I really appreciate you guys sticking around. I appreciate you guys commenting down below and letting me know how wrong I'm doing the things that I'm doing, or how well I'm doing them, and then and helping me out along the way. I really appreciate you guys. That being said, I'm done for the day and it's time to go home. See you guys on the next one. Take care.